news, yeah!
What's up, everybody? It's GrimmGreen. Listen, I've been doing this 17 years, and I don't say that to stroke my own ego or anything. I say that because I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of really bad legislation. I've seen a lot of really bad legislation proposals. But this right here, this is probably the worst vape legislation I've ever seen. And that says a lot because, oh man, I've seen some dumb ones, but Massachusetts wins. The Massachusetts Association of Health Boards just put out a model regulation that they want all local health boards to adopt. But guess what it would do? Guess. It would literally ban flavored vaping for everyone. Not just sales, not just youth, not just retailers, literally everyone. They're proposing making possession illegal. Yeah, just having a flavored vape would be illegal. You would be a criminal. The difference is right now, Massachusetts does prohibit the sale of all flavored e-cigarettes and vaping and tobacco products. Flavored vapes, menthol cigarettes, everything. It's banned. Retailers can't sell them, but the user was never punished. So Massachusetts might have a full flavor ban right now, but an adult can still use a flavored vape product in Massachusetts without being a criminal. And here's the thing, that's always been the core tenet of tobacco control. Regulate the retailers and sales, but don't punish the user, because the user is someone who's trying to quit smoking cigarettes. They're trying to better their life. But this model regulation being proposed completely turns that upside down. The actual wording says that no person may possess, hold, keep, sell, or distribute a flavored tobacco product. Possess, hold, or keep. Like, think about this. In Massachusetts, under this model regulation, you wouldn't even be able to hold a vape. And if you can't hold a vape, you can't use a vape. So yes, this is a vape ban. If you're using it, you're holding it and possessing it. And technically, the wording in this also says you can't cause someone else to possess it. That is wild that if I handed this to someone and said, hey bro, try this mango. Oh, you like it? Illegal activity, now you're a criminal. Welcome to vape jail. This is mind-blowingly bad. And the mind-blowingly bad part about this is me vaping a little mango vape, completely illegal. I'm a criminal, but someone smoking a Marlboro Red cigarette, perfectly fine. More the merrier. Have a pack. Have 2 packs. No one's going to stop you. That behavior, no, we're not trying to stop that. That's completely allowed. But if that's a strawberry vape, criminal. We have overwhelming amounts of data showing that people who quit smoking cigarettes using a nicotine vape always choose fruity or dessert flavors. The flavors are what help distance that person from cigarettes. They're part of the behavioral change. They're why vaping works in the first place. And rather than recognize any of that data or science, this proposed regulation just says, nope, if you quit smoking with a strawberry, sorry, you're a criminal now. Here's a pack of Marlboros. Here's what's legal. Massachusetts only allows the most lethal forms of nicotine to be legally sold on the market. Make that make sense. Oh, and yeah, sorry, it's the same for pouches. Yeah, pouches. In fact, Massachusetts is proposing limiting the strength of all pouches to 6 milligrams and under. There's no scientific reason for picking that. It's literally just an arbitrary number that I guess makes everyone feel more comfortable, or is such a low nicotine level that it kind of renders the product ineffective and encourages the person to go be satisfied by the very legal cigarettes in Massachusetts. Is Massachusetts just pro cigarettes now? I mean, cigarettes in a store and in a convenience store and in a grocery store can just be out in the open. But nicotine pouches and vapes, even if they're being sold in an adult-only tobacco store, have to be hidden and locked away. Massachusetts essentially wants to ban the only competition to the most lethal consumer product ever created. I never thought I'd see drug war levels of enforcement coming for nicotine vaping, truly and honestly. And I've seen every argument, I've seen every regulation, I've seen every ban, I've seen every moral panic, and tobacco control controllers used to agree on not punishing consumers. You regulate the market, you regulate retailers, you regulate access, but you don't punish someone switching from cigarettes to nicotine vaping. That just seems petty, cruel, and honestly a little too drug warrior for my taste. The only thing we can hope is that the local boards of health in Massachusetts are people of science who will look at this and reject it outright. It's painfully clear that all this does is protect tobacco cigarette sales. I wonder why they would want to do that. And if you're in Massachusetts, I would love to hear from you in the comments to let me know what the vibe around vaping is in the state of Massachusetts, because I genuinely don't know. And I know it's getting more difficult every day, but this has been a GrimmGreen video. Let's stay cigarette smoke free as best you can every single day. News, yeah.